What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego back with some more boxing. Now, I was just rewatching the fight from yesterday. Again, the triple header. Great job, HBO. Great job, Showtime. I was thoroughly impressed with the lineup, and I was really entertained by all the fights for different reasons. And I had to make this video real quick. What I was doing, I was rewatching the fights just for my own pure enjoyment and to watch it and give a more comprehensive breakdown. If you watch my channel, if you've been watching my channel, you'll notice there's something I do. It's called Egos Rescore. Um, Egos Rescored. It's where I take a second look at fights. Again, when I watch fights, I don't know about you guys, but when I watch them, the first go around, you got the adrenaline. You have your favorites picked or your prediction picked. You don't know the outcome, all that kind of thing. So there's a lot of emotion and like tension going on because you don't know what's going to happen. It's like watching a movie for the first time. But after, I think, viewing it for a second time, that second viewing, there's a lot more you could see because, again, when I'm watching boxing live, I don't really rewind it so much because I don't want to not be in real time and get an alert from my phone or something like, oh, so and so got knocked out. So I just watch it in real time, don't do any rewinding or anything. Want to hear what the corners are saying, so I don't fast forward or rewind. You know what I mean? I just don't do any of that. So anyway, I was taking a look at that, and there's something I noticed, so I had to make a separate video, and it's about fucking Jim Lampley. Now, as of recently, especially since HBO stopped hosting fights for Golden Boy and Golden Boy fighters, I've noticed it even more, and it's just getting so obnoxious. It's like every time I talk about Jim Lampley in recent videos, it's nothing great because I feel he's being very biased with an agenda. That's why I hate watching this show. I watch it just to see the interviews and to see if anything good and because I'm reporting on boxing. But it's very obnoxious. It's clear he has favorites. It's clear he has an agenda. And bang, bang, bang. He doesn't make it. He doesn't try to hide the shit. It's just like you can see the agenda. And the more I watch HBO and its commentary, the more I see it. I watch Sky Sports. I watch Showtime, and I rarely see so flagrant of an agenda placed upon the viewers, and it's just getting obnoxious. I hate it. I feel like every time I've talked about Jim Lampley in recent videos, I cuss a lot. I feel like Nick Nolte. If you guys have ever seen Nick Nolte in movies, he's always angry, like, God damn Jim Lampley. God damn it. That's what I feel like when I talk about Jim Lampley. It's like, come on, man. Just the shit that comes out of his mouth is very one sided, very biased. It's never any impartial advice. It's always like geared towards the brawler and shit like that. And respect this. I watch boxing as a sport. Obviously, I have fighters I like or styles I like, but I'm very open minded to this shit. I watch all kinds of fighters. There's no, you can be green, white, or yellow. I don't give a fuck about your age. I don't care about nothing. If you can put those gloves on, be in that square circle, and throw things and fight, and you can really scrap, that's all I care about. Now, in boxing, we've come to this evolution. I don't know if it's MMA or Van Damme movies or what, but we've come to this agreement where the general mass doesn't want to see boxers. They don't want to see people who actually employ a strategy, and that's bullshit because that's what boxing is. This is an art. This is chess. It's not meant to be brawl, slugfest, swing for the fences, and whoever gets dropped or stopped wins. You know what I mean? Fights like that are great, but so is a strategic fight. And a lot of times there's a fighter where one person's a strategist and the other person's more of a brawler, and that can make for a great fight. But with Jim Lampley, it's just like this agenda is so out there. It's like I don't know if HBO is paying him extra to shit on certain people or shit on certain styles, but he puts it too out there. Anyway, when I'm rewatching these fights, I picked up on something. First things first, Jim Lampley particularly and HBO, but I'll use Jim Lampley in this example. They make a lot of fucking mistakes. They make a lot of just misinformation and a lot of mistakes on their channel for well broadcasted, well paid staff. There's some mistakes that they made. So here's one. Jim Lampley, and trust me, I know how it is to do a video. Like everything I'm doing, these videos are for the most part freestyle. A lot of times, I just have a general idea in my head and then I just go with it. Sometimes I take notes. It just depends on the video. But anyway, with Jim Lampley, this motherfucker was talking about Nonito Donaire and Vic Darcinian rematch. He said their first fight took place 6 years ago in 1997. And I'm like, hold up, what? I had to like really do a double take, and I'm like, 6 years ago they first fought in 1997. I'm like, that shit doesn't make sense. Like, I had to really look at a calendar and shit. I looked at the calendar on my iPhone, like, this motherfucker is stupid. 6 years ago, it's 2013. I knew they didn't fight in 1997 because I was super young in 1997. And I was like, hell no, Donaire's not that much older than me. And I know I was in middle school or some shit. So I was like, hell no. There's no way they fought in 1997 the first time. It just didn't make sense. So anyway, he obviously meant 2007, but the motherfucker messed up. Second of all, Jim Lampley said at 154, the 104. Next thing, Jim Lampley said the 154-pound division is quote unquote unusual. It's an unusual division because Floyd Mayweather has two of the four belts and he's not a full-time 154-pounder. Ooh, he's not a full-time. But then he followed up that statement and said Miguel Cotto is a full-time 154-pounder, even though Mayweather beat the full-timer Miguel Cotto convincingly. But anyway, Miguel Cotto's dope, so not to shit on Miguel Cotto. Anyway, Jim Lampley says Miguel Cotto is a full-timer, and this is what he said. That motherfucker said, Miguel Cotto is a full-time 154-pound star who is at least considering the possibility of moving up to Sergio Martinez's weight of 160. I really take that. It was a shot at Mayweather saying, I guess Miguel Cotto has more guts or balls because he's considering fighting Sergio Martinez at 160, as if pretty much it was a shot at Floyd Mayweather. Like, he's at least considering it, and you're not. Which is funny because both of those guys are very small for 160 pounds. So, whatever. And then Max Kellerman was saying that Edeslani Laura is the best person at 154 pounds, and he's not a big name, but he gets ripped off most of the time because nobody wants to fight him because of his counterpunching style. Max also said he wants to see Andrade or whatever the fuck. I say Andrade. I don't know what the fuck that nigga's name is. Anyway, he says he wants to see him and Laura fight. And he said, Roy, me and you are probably the only two people who want to see that fight. And Jim had to chime in. And Jim was like, he made it a point to say Max and Roy are two boxing purists. And it's just like, come on, man. Every time I hear Jim Lampley say something, it's always negative. Like when you talk about Rigondeaux or someone with more of a pure boxing style, a strategist, someone who doesn't just fucking act like a meathead and take unnecessary shots, he always has something to say, and it's so fucking annoying. Like, give it up. This is boxing. This, like, if you ever seen the movie Bloodsport with Van Damme, the whole goal for the Kumite, which was the fight that they all fought in at the end, was the whole premise of the fucking movie was they're fighters from all around the world, Japan, America, Australia, wherever the fuck, Cambodia, wherever the fuck they're from, and they bring these different styles to the table. So one dude is a sumo wrestler, one dude is from France, one dude is from wherever, fucking Bucharest. I don't know where the fuck these people were from. Anyway, they were from somewhere, and they brought their native style to this universal match called the Kumite, which was like Mortal Kombat, life or death, and the last person standing is the winner of that. So in the movie Bloodsport, in the Kumite, in the final battle, it didn't matter what style you brought to the table. You could fight capoeira, you could fight Jeet Kune Do, it doesn't really matter. Kenpo, fucking Tai Chi, whatever you want, and it's the last person standing. And you have to embrace that. Things would be boring and bland as hell if everybody employed the same strategy, if everybody did the same exact thing. If one person, that's like, you can only throw left hooks. Like, what if someone has a mean right hook? Like, it's stupid. And the way Jim Lampley goes about his business, you're supposed to be a boxing connoisseur. So you have to embrace the different styles. Imagine being in a class with one style of student. That's stupid. Like, you have your geniuses, you have your teacher's pets, you have your class clowns, you have your F students who fail every fucking test, you have your cheaters. That's what makes up a classroom. Not, oh, there's only one style of student. That's robotic. So boxing's no different. In boxing, you have different styles and you have to fucking deal with it. There's different puzzles and you have to solve those different puzzles. So if someone's quote unquote running, if they're flicking a jab, if they're pot shotting, fucking figure out a way to stop it. Cut off the ring on them, hit them to the body, knock them out, do whatever you can to stop it. That is your job. And again, boxing, any sport, there's different styles. There's some people in football who employ a West Coast offense, or there's teams that primarily run, then you have teams that run and pass, then you have teams that are just passing teams. Then you have people like the Raiders who rely on Janikowski for field goals. Sorry if any of you guys are Raiders fans. Anyway, I'm from out here. I can say whatever I want about the Bay. Anyway, the point being, in boxing, there are different styles. And you have to embrace them all. You can prefer a certain style or like a certain style. That's cool. But as a boxing reporter and someone whose face, you're the face of boxing or one of the faces of boxing, it's your responsibility to kind of spread the message of boxing. And why shit on people like Mayweather? Why shit on people like Rigondeaux? These people are very skilled at what they do. It's not their fault that they, even Andre Ward, it's not their fault that they fight people and make them look like nobodies. That's not their fault. It's like you telling your opponent, "Hey, sit still, so make it easy, so I can pulverize you." Like, who the fuck is gonna do that? Anyway, yeah, I'm just about sick of Jim Lampley and his bias bullshit. Let me know if you guys notice anything like what I've discussed in this video. As always, hate, comment, or subscribe. Till next video, it's Ego signing off.